Hey, Radio Horror YouTubers. In promotion to the Vampire Movie Minute podcast, which I run, covering From Dusk Till Dawn, the movie, I thought I'd go over a lot of the physical media that's come out from this film. Now, you're going to notice the biggest thing I don't actually cover on here is going to be the Blu rays, and I'll get to that in a second. Now, we have here a brand new sealed copy of From Dusk Till Dawn. It's even still got the strip right here, the plastic, the sticker that seals in the DVD. Because my original copy of From Dusk Till Dawn unfortunately cracked. The DVD had little tiny stress fracture cracks inside the spoke of the DVD where you put it into the thing and snap it in so that way you can spin around inside the player. I don't know how that happened, but recently I was at a Savers. So if you're not familiar with Massachusetts, we have these stores here called Savers. They're kind of like Salvation Army stores. You can turn in, old used clothes that you don't want. Obviously, it's mostly used clothes, but they have a physical media section for books, DVDs, video games sometimes too. And I found a sealed copy of From Dusk Till Dawn on VHS, exclusive behind the scenes interviews. Now, this is not the widescreen version of the film. The widescreen version of the VHS of From Dusk Till Dawn goes for a lot of money on eBay, I have seen. This copy runs around $30 to $40 sealed, which is pretty good for physical media collectors. And nonstop thrills when George Clooney from Batman and Robin in TV's ER. Boy, did I remember going to the VHS store and remember seeing that going, wow, Batman and Robin? That's right, he was cast as Batman. And Quentin Tarantino stars the Gecko Brothers, two dangerous outlaws on a wild crime spree. Now, you can hear my really great reviews of From Dusk Till Dawn if you follow me on the Vampire Movie Minute podcast on iTunes, Amazon, Stitcher, Google Play, and wherever else you happen to listen to your podcasts, by the way. So we'll be doing an in-depth analysis of the entire movie, 5 minutes at a time, with various hosts on that show. So I'm not going to get into a lot of review about the film here, but I just want to show off a lot of physical media. So like I said, that is a awesome VHS sealed copy of From Dusk Till Dawn. I am actually selling this copy too if you go over to my eBay store. So we're going to get to now the DVD version of From Dusk Till Dawn. So I am going to open this up. I know some people are probably like, no. Well, I am going to open this up because I'm never going to get the Blu-ray for this. And the reason why is I looked online and the Blu-ray for this film doesn't contain almost any of the bonus material that I saw that the DVD has. It does contain Full Tilt Boogie, which is the documentary film about From Dusk Till Dawn, but otherwise it does not contain any of the awesome bonus material. Now, you have to really do a close-up on this bonus material. It is incredibly tiny print. And you get an audio commentary with Robert Rodriguez and Quentin Tarantino, outtakes, Hollywood Goes to Hell featurette, theatrical trailer, TV spots. Let's see if it's trying to zoom in on that. It's not going to zoom in very well because the print is so tiny that the camera just cannot pick it up. So I'm just going to have to read it for you right here. Music video still galleries, the art of making of the movie with commentary by Robert Rodriguez and Greg Nicotero, deleted scenes, alternate takes on the set, cast and crew bio, the Full Tilt movie, the Full Tilt Boogie full-length feature film, and motion menus. Now, the Full Tilt Boogie film is kind of like a behind-the-scenes making of From Dusk Till Dawn. It is included with usually the Blu-rays and the DVDs. Which I think is really cool, and it's its own packed, it's its own separate packed DVD. I'm gonna open this thing up. There we go. Ooh, there you go. Look at that. That's really nice. This is a pristine. Oh, look at that. It comes with a thrilling trilogy from the creators of Quentin Tarantino and Robert Rodriguez. This is really cool. This little pack-in guide for Dimension films, which I think is really nice. Look at that. That is fantastic. You got the Prophecy films, you got the Halloween films, Teaching Mrs. Tingle, In Too Deep, which I've never seen, Super Cop and Super Cop 2, I've only seen Super Cop, The Faculty, which I think is highly underrated, a bunch of Jackie Chan and Jet Li movies. Phantoms, You Were the Bomb in Phantoms, yo! Remember that from Jay and Silent Bob? Or Mallrats. Total Recall 2070. I didn't know there was a Total Recall sequel until the remake. Tale of the Mummy, The Mimic. Oh, Mimic is so good. Reindeer Games, Break Up, Best of the Best. That's a really cool little catalog you get in there. Okay, so in the DVD, you also get this card, which basically gives you the character, it gives you the chapters for the film, which is really nice. And then I've got two clean, brand new DVDs for From Dusk Till Dawn, which is great because I was really missing out um, not having a really nice DVD to watch. So that is fantastic, and it is pristine condition. This is Selma Hayek on the cover here. I never understood the really green skin until we got to the TV show, and I'll get to that in a second. Now, here is also the From Dusk Till Dawn script for the movie. No pictures. You just basically get the script for the film. Um, Written by Quentin Tarantino and a forward by Clive Barker. If you're not familiar with who Clive Barker is, Clive Barker, of course, created Hellraiser and Candyman. So that is really cool. I picked this up at a thrift store at one point, and I saw it. And I don't think there's ever been a novelization of the movie, but there was, of course, a comic book. There was a graphic novel by Big Entertainment, which was publishing a lot of graphic novels by celebrities who were trying to get into the comic book industry in the 90s. And in here, we have, let's see, Trevor Von Eden on layouts, Fred Harper on layouts, and Ed Paul Gardy as the scripter, and a few different letterers as well. This is definitely a graphic novel that I want to research to see about having somebody from this graphic novel in the show. I absolutely love that alternate cover in the back there. That looks fantastic. And the Gecko brothers just shooting off and killing some stripper vampires. I think this graphic novel is really cool. I think the artwork is really well done, and it definitely looks kind of like the movie. I think it's a little sexier in some scenes. I mean, like, geez. But then it goes into the no holds barred violence. They absolutely do their best. When they do adaptations, sometimes it can be a little hard to adapt it correctly. But I think this is fantastic. I absolutely do love the pinup gallery of the various pieces of artwork for the film, just making the vampires look like complete monsters. I don't remember that character in the movie. Interesting. Huh. Really great stuff. If you can find a copy of this, please do. I got this really cheap on eBay just for a few dollars, so it should still be readily available to find. That is one of the best artistic renditions of the cast and crew for this film, I think, in my opinion. The official graphic novel based on the motion picture from Miramax Films. Good stuff. We'll probably go into a great review of that coming up while we cover it on the podcast. Now, there have been a couple other, obviously, From Dusk Till Dawn films that came out. There's From Dusk Till Dawn 2, Texas Blood Money, and From Dusk Till Dawn 3, The Hangman's Daughter. I've only ever seen From Dusk Till Dawn 2. I completely passed on The Hangman's Daughter. I think I saw half of it and then had to shut it off because I thought it was so bad. What's funny is that From Dusk Till Dawn 2 won the Saturn Award for Best Genre Home Video. The problem is with both these films, there is no bonus material on these films, and including on the Blu-rays, there is no bonus material on the Blu-rays. That's what I was saying about the From Dusk Till Dawn movie itself. You don't get all the cool bonus features, including the commentary, I believe, in the Blu-ray. I have seen the Blu-rays, but I've only seen one version of the Blu-ray, and someone told me there's another version of the Blu-ray that has the bonus features on here and not just Full Tilt Boogie. But I digress. It's definitely worth checking out if you're a fan of this film and trying to find this version. The Dimension Collectors Series Edition is readily available on eBay. It is out of print, but they mass produced this thing. You can find it anywhere. I got this for $4, so trust me, it's definitely worth picking up. I don't know about these two films. I don't know how well they hold up. Robert Patrick is in this one, and Danny Trejo returns as well. But otherwise, I wouldn't be all that gung ho about the film itself. It's hit or miss, and it's up to you if you're a completist of the trilogy. So, I also wanted to talk about very briefly, of course, was the From Dusk Till Dawn TV show, which ran for 3 seasons on the El Rey network, which is owned by Robert Rodriguez. Now, these DVDs, I thought the first season was really good, and I got halfway through the second season before I kind of forgot about the show, got wrapped up in some other things, and I never had a chance to finish it. But the bonus features on these TV shows is fantastic. We have audio commentary by Robert Rodriguez and the cast and crew, full-length trailer, best kills video on set, the making of From Dusk Till Dawn, the series, behind the scenes on set, brought to you by the General Motors, interesting, behind the scenes on set, brought to you by Dos Ecos, character bio features, General Motors commercials featuring the Seth Gecko, Don Echoes commercials featuring Carlos Matarel, Pikahuna commercial, What's in the Briefcase spot, as a special effects featurette, Q&A with premiere at the Alamo Draft House with Robert Rodriguez and cast. Wow, that is an incredible amount of bonus material for this. So I'm going to open this up right now just to show off what one of these looks like. Just because I think the fact that they put that much care into the bonus features for this set is a true testament that obviously physical media is something that Robert Rodriguez really cares about. All right, so we have the slipcase here, which looks really cool. It's the same as here, and this is the Desdemona character played by a different actress that's not Selma Hayek in this. I don't know a lot about the cast and crew for this movie. Jeez, they had a Halloween Horror Nights from Dusk Till Dawn. That would have been awesome to see. I absolutely do love the fact it's a clear case, so you get the descriptions of the episodes right here on the inside. Which is always really nice. Now, the one thing I don't like is that these cases are a very flimsy kind of plastic. So if you don't store these in a temperature controlled area, they can become extremely brittle. I can already tell just by the way they're opening them. Over time, this thing is going to rot, unfortunately. But other than that, I think it's a fantastic set, as well as all the other sets in the From Dusk Till Dawn saga. So there you have it. Now, like I said, I recommend just picking up this version of the DVD. The Blu-rays I have seen online don't look as fantastic, and I do have the soundtrack as well. Unfortunately, I was unable to find it, but I do have the soundtrack on physical CD. I do not know if this ever got a novelization either. I do know that there's very limited merchandise from the From Dusk Till Dawn series, despite the fact of having a TV series, 3 movies, a comic book, and made by Quentin Tarantino. I have never seen a Seth and Richie Gecko action figure before. So I remember watching this movie when I was 17 years old. Very impressionable youth on me. It's vampire stripper movie. If it doesn't get there for like 50 minutes of the movie, I highly recommend checking out, of course, my podcast, the Vampire Movie Minute, where you can hear me go into great depth detail about this film series. Please like, subscribe, and comment on this video. Go find this copy of From Dusk Till Dawn. Avoid the Blu-ray if you can. I watched this compared to the Blu-ray. I did not see a big difference in the quality being cleaned up in terms of any kind of high definition in any kind of way. It just looked like a DVD transfer. So I'm hoping this one day will get a 4K release, and who knows, maybe after I post this video, it will get a 4K release. Thank you, everyone.